YouTube, welcome back to another vlog. We're really excited because I'm home and that crazy DG Pied clutch is all shut out and it's amazing. And I can't wait to share it with you. The DG Pied stuff is one of the premier projects in my mind. Honestly, anything DG Desert Ghost mixed with any other recessive is a really big deal because Desert Ghost is kind of like the wow factor that goes into so many new combos, and that's definitely where it's going right now because it not only makes them brighter and cleaner and better, but not just as a baby, but for an entire lifetime. And the way this industry is going right now with so many double recessives and triple recessives and eventual quads and everything coming together, Desert Ghost is just a premier part of that. So let's go check out these babies and just see where the future is. Okay, so we're here in the corner where the newest hatchlings are. We still have almost a completely empty hatchling room, but we're just really excited about the stuff that's coming. We want to show you guys the clutch that is hatched. We're going to start with that, and then we have 2 or 3 animals from a previous DG Pied clutch that we've not shared, and it has Enchi in the mix, which is really exciting. Let's look at the clutch from Wednesday first. So the first one, in my clutch cutting, I said this was probably a super OD Fire Desert Ghost, but after shed, after it's out, I believe it's OD Fire Desert Ghost, not a super. Really clean, really beautiful. You see how the Desert Ghost just adds kind of this creamy, khaki look to it. And that's just what kind of gives it that really awesome brightness. And I've said this on lots of other videos about Desert Ghost, but the best feature of Desert Ghost is that it lightens the alien head side, the tan side parts of the snake, the bright part of the snake, but it leaves the blacks alone, which makes them look even more inky and more contrasted because of the contrast between the brighter patterned areas now and then the black contrast. So these next 2 are visuals. And we actually did better on the odds than we thought. This is OD Fire DG Pied, so exactly the visual version of the het we just showed you. So this is just absolutely incredible. You see how light, again, that lightness there in the head and the body is so clean, and it'll be clean for a lifetime. This animal, if it wasn't Desert Ghost, would start to darken, would start to fade over time. This is going to be an absolute incredible animal. This one right here, as you can see, does not have the same lightness factor as that. So I think that we've kind of discovered a little bit with the Desert Ghost Pied stuff that if Yellow Belly's in the mix, you retain a lot of that crazy orange, even if it has Desert Ghost, where a lot of the other times they'll kind of cream it out, lighten it a little bit. And what I'm seeing on this animal, it has all the kind of the same factors there on the head. You see how light those head stripes are and everything? Normally they are not that light, they're much darker. And so that's where I'm kind of seeing the Desert Ghost, that really light head stamp. We have really bright, clean saddles, but honestly, for an OD Pied, those saddles are usually about that bright no matter what. I just think that what we're going to see here is that you do see Desert Ghost in the head there. It's going to get brighter and brighter over time. So this one I believe is OD Desert Ghost Pied. And in the end, it means that we got 3 visuals in the clutch and really extremely excited to see this animal as well. All right, here's the little superstar of the clutch, the 1 in 128 odds. Really excited. So all 3 visuals were actually girls in this clutch. And I know in my clutch cutting I was like, does it have any saddles at all? We saw a little bit there at the tail in the video, but it had 1 really nice saddle. In a Pied, I don't mind if they're high white, as long as we get 1 or 2 really solid saddles to really pop the color of the animal. But this animal turned out so incredibly phenomenal. It's the apex of everything we were hoping for. So Super Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Fire, Desert Ghost Pied. So we end up with 4 essentially incomplete dominant genes in there, and then a incredible mix of the 2 recessives, the Pied and the Desert Ghost. And it's just going to look better and better with age. It's going to stay insanely amazing its whole life, which is absolutely the promise that putting Desert Ghost with these brings into the equation. Okay, so we have 2 more DG Pieds now from a previous clutch, and I was waiting for the second clutch to hatch before I showed these. We have a regular Desert Ghost Pied here with tons of pattern, tons of pattern, and then one that genetically has to have tons of pattern. This is the Enchi Desert Ghost Pied. I think I've seen one of these made before. I think it's made in Europe. I love this combo because the Enchi adds so much gold and really changes the pattern. It kind of has a little bit of a weird almost emoji right there. Really cool to see. But this is going to be a holdback boy, even though it's relatively simple It's one of the first boards I've made from this project, actually. And just having the inchy in the project is so key because so many of my girls were going to want to have extra pattern in them. And a lot of them have yellow belly and fire and stuff. So just having something simple sometimes as your male allows you to have lots of flexibility in what all the different animals you breed to. All right, the last two we're going to show you is the example. I'm going back to why I think yellow belly and the desert ghost pied really counteracts the creaminess and the lightness of it. So these two are siblings. This is a yellow belly pied het desert ghost, and then we have a desert ghost yellow belly pied. Now ignore the fact that one has tons of pattern and one is not. You see the color difference between them. When this one first hatched, I thought, man, how could it possibly be a desert ghost pied? Simply because the color is so vibrant, where typically you would, in desert ghost pied, you look for that kind of the creaminess, kind of the reduced color, and then just the overall cleanliness of the animal. But you see these two animals are siblings, and you see the color difference between them. So I think in the DG pied with yellow belly, whenever you start making those, what we're going to see is not only are they going to be amazing over time, is they're going to retain that incredible bright orange. We're going to get kind of the best of all worlds, the crazy orange and the overall long-term just beautiful growth of the animal. So really excited about these. I think, again, yellow belly is showing to be one of the most powerful animals as far as color and pieds, and this is a great example of it right here. Okay, so before we end this video, I want to have this opportunity just to give a huge shout out for an animal I just purchased, kind of just show him off a little bit and shout out the breeder. He's an awesome breeder. So this is a little female inchy pinstripe clown pied. Really cool. I love inchy and the clown pieds. Again, lots of pattern, absolutely insane. You see that little clown head on it, and the pinstripe adds a really neat feature. And the breeder is Donald Grinstead, and he's an awesome guy. He's been making awesome animals. He's really well known for his grail stuff, which I think he initially bought his project from me, and he's taken that so far and made incredible grail stuff. So check him out. We'll put his details below. Thanks, Donald, for an amazing girl. All right, that's it. I can't believe we got such great odds. You know, you kind of feel like you're building up the odds a little bit as you miss a few times, different clutches, and then suddenly, bam, you get the one you wanted. And that's just so, it's the highs and lows that make this hobby so fun and so exciting. So thanks for going along with me and experiencing it with the clutch cutting and now the babies. And we'll just see what the rest of the season brings. We're about 15-20% hatched of the year, and almost all the best stuff is still coming. So we're real excited to bring it with you week by week. Thanks to the patrons, and we keep bringing awesome content over there. We're now on the 6th JKR University video, and I'm really excited about it. We have almost 100 topics in line for that video series. So thanks so much to the patrons. We'll see you again next week.